Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Frosthaven. We have a brand new member of the party. Blue Blood has joined us, and because our outpost is level 3, it means Blue Blood has started at level 2. Before we get too far into the episode, I want to say that the digital version of Frosthaven is very much in early access. Today is the 17th of September, and there are a lot of things that haven't been implemented and a lot of things that the developers have chosen to implement in a different way to the rules of the board game. One thing that they don't have at the moment, as far as I'm aware, is what they call lineage perks, where you would retire a character at a certain level, and then based on the number of characters that you've retired, you get additional perks for that. I don't believe that's implemented at the moment, which means we're starting at level 2. We're going to have a level up to do, pick a new card, and we will have a couple of perks to put in straight off the bat. So first things first, the level 2 card. Before we do that, I'll just go in and quickly cover what we've got in terms of the main feel of the cards. A lot of the cards for Blue Blood have got, whenever you suffer damage in this round, do a thing. So whenever you suffer damage, heal a bit. Whenever you suffer damage, someone next to you suffers a damage. Whenever you suffer damage, suffer one less damage. A lot of these abilities persist for the round. So there's going to be a lot of variability in terms of what Blue Blood does, but all of it's going to be based on getting hit. There are some things that also we haven't seen before, such as creating frosty ground sections. Now, frosty ground sections, if you move onto them with a person, they continue moving in the direction that they're moving. I believe that there's a perk called Sure Footing, which ignores the icy terrain and instead gives extra speed. So I think that's a smart one for us to go into in terms of the perks. But that's mostly because we've got stuff like create a frosty thing in an adjacent hex, and then hit 2 and target everyone adjacent to that hex. So Cold Boulder, it's like a really short range explosion thing. Encased Punch +1 if the target's on the frosty hex. Cool. And there'll be other ones that do similar things like that. Primal Bellow, we're not putting in the deck right now, but we might at some point. It's very much a keep people away thing. So I'm going to keep with the ones that it's given us straight. Actually, let's get rid of Voice from Below. And let's do Primal Bellow. So we're very much not a ranged character. However, there is a lot of potentially useful things in here. One of the other things that I've seen is we seem to have some ability in the cards coming up to do disarms. We've got a little bit of ability to do wounds. We've got a little bit of ability to heal ourselves. A little bit of area of effect and creating frost underneath enemies. Did we have a disarm already on these? That's one of the things that I don't remember from when I had a look through these. No, I think it's going to be just in the upcoming cards. Yeah, like this. Crushing Crystals. If you have frost available, you can burn it in order to do a disarm. And that's a disarm on 2 mobs, which is pretty solid. There will be other ones further down that do similar things. So let's start off by picking Crushing Crystals. At the very least, we get a move and a heal on the bottom, with the potential to create some icy terrain, with the potential to do some disarm on the top as and when it comes in. And we're going to put that straight in instead of the Primal Bellow that I just picked up. We're going to go for the crushing crystals because the idea of disarming enemies is just absolutely amazing. I love when they're not going to be able to do any attack actions. As we've seen with ice speakers, they can still potentially, like if they're doing general hit everything nearby and it's not an attack action, it's just a generic effect, we could still end up taking damage. Hopefully not so much. On to the perks. Sure footing. That has to be a thing. So we'll take that right away. We've got one perk left. Go straight for the outburst. I think let's get rid of the -2. But I'm just going to have a look to see if there's any other obvious ones that... Ooh, lethargy. Get rid of a -1 and put on a disarm instead. Yeah, let's lean into disarms. Let's lean into disarms massively. So we've done a little bit of leveling up. We've got our new cards picked. As far as difficulty goes when we go out, 7 + 7 + 2, that's 16. 16 divided by 3 is what we're going to have for the scenario level. I don't know if it rounds up or rounds down. But the short is the game will balance things to make it a little bit easier now that we have a lower level person than Seraph in. And we can have a look at retired. There you are, Seraph. Can we view... Can't see the personal quests. In terms of the personal quests that we've done, quite often they just end up opening up a new campaign event, so there'll be new things available for us to do. Right now, Craftsman, we need to get you repaired. Let's do that. So wreck buildings, we'll get this rebuilt. And I think we'll do it with... Yeah, you've got plenty. So that's under construction. In terms of the actual resources we've got, 7 + 14 + 8. We could sell these in order to buy some equipment. So let's have a look at the merchant. When the craftsman's repaired, we'll be able to actually go into the craftsman and build some other equipment. But for right now, we're kind of stuck with what we're doing. So let's have a look. Rejuvenating Charm. This was very cool on Seraph. And I wouldn't be against having it again. We've temporarily got leather armor. I think we'll make something better than that. In terms of legs, a little bit of minor healing. Ice skates could be good for rapid experience gain if we're going to be moving around a lot, but I don't think we're that mobile. We've already got 2 one-handed items. The Olgox Warhammer would be an interesting one to go for if we had an extra hand. But I think this as a mix is probably fine. And I've still not seen anything dark. So right now, the only thing that's interesting enough to buy is the Rejuvenating Charm. And I don't think it's worth us buying it until we're certain that that's what we want. So, onto the Alchemist instead. Can we make any worthwhile potions? We'll only be able to equip one of them, because we're only level 2. Explosive Vial could be useful. Glancing Potion you have to actually drink. So Glancing Potion is actually a lot less useful. You have a Glancing Potion at the moment. Let's deconstruct that. And we can get back the rock root from it. Muscle Potion could be useful. Let's get a Muscle Potion. There'll be other ones that we're going to want for the future. probably power potion as well. Maybe renewing, maybe stamina, maybe stone skin, but we can figure those out as we go along. At least this is a start. And of course, the personal quest, have 140 gold in your possession. So this is going to take a while to get up. Blue Blood's going to be with us for a little bit. We can build an enhancer. This is very interesting to me. This is probably one of the benefits that we had for retiring Seraph. We're definitely going to get this built. And we'll donate it all from Seraph, because Seraph's pretty close to being retired anyway. So I don't think we'll have much in the way of enhancement to come in there. But this is going to end up being a big part of what we do going forwards. In fact, let's take those out and we'll try and spread it around a bit. We could do 4 like that and 2 like that, just so we're not passing a stupid amount on to the next person. Get that building. And let's do the purchases. Logging camp, mining camp, and the hunting lodge. All good. I think we're done with town. So that taught us that we can do a repair of a building and build a new one without impacting morale. Can't do any upgrades without impacting morale. At least not at the same time. So I think we just back out into the world map. And here is the True Oak, which is the next part in Charlotte's quest. Face the Radiant Order and prevent them from destroying the Great Oak. So we're going up against Hounds, Hound Elite, City Guards, Sun Demons, and the Flaming Sword of Justice. This is going to be painful, I'm sure. But trial by fire. A hero has retired. The Blinkblade finishes reading a long letter delivered by the mail carrier and then folds it up and tucks it in their pack. Well, looks like I'm needed elsewhere. You stare at them, somewhat stunned. I've been offered a job by the Merchants Guild in White Oak, Blinkblade says. Apparently, activity of the Sinra Syndicate has increased recently and they need skilled operatives to fight them back in the shadows of the capital. These Sinra are insidious jerks, and if you don't nip the machinations in the bud, well... Blinkblade shrugs their shoulders. There goes your whole city. They slowly finish packing up their belongings and then move to leave. Can't say I'll miss the cold, but... well, I may just miss you lot. The Blinkblade lingers at the door for just a second. Just a bit. We've got an encounter along the way.
For as far as the eye can see, the view is the same. Nothing but Kivak. Pack animals known for their rocky skin and prominent horn. Hundreds, packed in together for warmth or comfort, block the path ahead of you. As you approach, they stop their grazing in an eerie unison, their heads turning in perfect concert. They refuse to part to allow you passage. A quattril shepherd in muddy overalls steps forward from the crowd.
Yep. They'll let you through, but they want something in return.
The Kivak blink in unison. You look at him, not understanding.
It's a Kivak hive, all linked up,
He says, as if this clarified things. He rolls his eyes.
Harrowers. There's a bunch of bugs that all
Wait.
work as one thing.
They're harrowers.
Savas is thinking rocks. Heck, even humans are just gray worms swimming around in the skull,
Oh,
driving the skeleton
wait.
around. This here's a bunch of Kivak all as one. Anyways, they want something first.
The animals part, leaving a single member of their group staring at you in the center of the clearing.
That one wronged the others. They want you to kill her.
He shrugs.
I understand him, but I can't say I understand him.
The Kivak waits, unblinkingly.
Do we trust the shepherd? I guess we do. He's the shepherd, he should know, right? Kill it.
You cut the doomed Kivak down. It doesn't move or cry out, having seemingly accepted its fate. The remaining Kivak part and allow you to pass, no longer interested in the proceedings. The shepherd mumbles as you go.
Most Kiva just want to eat dirt and grass. Of course I get the weird ones.
Of course. Well, I guess we got past at least, but I wonder what the other option would have been. Let's pick some battle goals. Never kill an elite, probably not going to happen. Kill the last enemy, take only short rests. That seems likely. We'll go for Scrambler. For what little difference it makes, because it's likely Charlotte is going to be done at the end of this. Inertion. That's moving really slowly. We don't want that. Ascetic, maybe. Or Tormentor. I'm trying to think what conditions Inertion could apply. Stun. Torment is possible. For Blue Blood, Prepper perform no attack abilities in the first 3 rounds. It's very unlikely. We would have to explicitly try and do it, and I think out of all the missions, this is one we would need to do it. And the others aren't likely either. 0 cards in your hand each time you rest. Recluse, never end your turn adjacent to another hero. We can try for Recluse. I don't think Prepper would work. Not without really gimping what we're doing. Let's have a look at the ability cards. So, Encase Punch is an attack action, Fury of the Mountain is an attack action, Piercing Pummel is an attack action, Ice Blast is an attack action, Frost Eruption, Crushing Crystals. Cold Boulder is not an attack action? It is an attack action. One with the Mountain is not an attack action. No, I think it's a bit too risky until we see how Blue Blood plays. So we'll go with Recluse, and we'll see how that feels.
Those damned zealots! Ignorant fools! If they find the true oak, they will destroy it!
Laceratus's words ring in your ears as you set off in haste, seeking to catch up to this radiant order from White Oak. Following Laceratus's directions, you are soon within the radiant forest once more, passing clearings and ancient menhirs. And ahead, stood in the shadows of a massive oak grove, are the rearguard of the Radiant Order, ready to block your passage.
That's the rearguard, eh?
Further heretics! The false tree and the lies it represents must be destroyed!
I disagree.
The commander points his sword at you, and the others unleash a pack of snarling hounds, which race forward, bounding over trunks and shrubs, snapping as you stand your ground.
It's gonna be tricky. This is relatively simple. Our task: kill all enemies. It looks like there's 3 sections we need to go through. We've got a bunch of hounds that are going to do very nasty things to us. It would be good to probably have retaliation in the way. for that. Okay, ultimately hold the line. Let's get some shield out. Relentless, let's get some retaliation out. And we may as well go for the precision aim as well if we're moving slowly. So what are we going to do down here? If we move slow enough that they come closer. They're going to run in. We drop a cold boulder there. And it hits maybe 2 of them. Fury of the Mountain gets a bit of retaliate, but we're not going to be the one getting targeted. But we could do Encased Punch to jump over. That could be kind of interesting. So looking purely at the moves on the bottom. Encased Punch would get us over to the other side. Maybe even moving towards the other guards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if we come up this side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could get to there, which is pretty big. So if we're doing hold the line down here, we may as well do Unbreakable Wall. And get a regular shield on as well. Okay, I think this is our plan. I'm not sure it's a great plan, but we'll see how it feels. The hounds are coming in fast. So shields on everyone. One damage. I'll just take the 1 damage, actually. Now I'll use the armor. Little bit painful. It's a shame they moved quite as quickly as they did. Drifter. Get your retaliation on. Get your precision aim on. And we could put it here, or we could put it up here and deal with these 2. And I think dealing with these 2 is probably going to be a bit more beneficial for us. Alley up. In we go. Cold boulder on the big tamale. Oh, interesting. Let's get a poison on him as well. So the shield will protect. It does make a bit of sense. So Frozen Fist, you're right in the middle of everything. Fury of the Mountain, may as well get a bit of a hit out. Although you could Frost Eruption both of them. piercing pummel is probably a better idea. And then we could use Ice Blast to just back away from these guys. We want to hit as many of these as possible. And get a little bit of healing. And not take any damage. I don't think we've got anything that's going to allow us to just hop over them. So let's hypothetically say break through and consume stamina. And what I really like is to get this guy hit with air support. We could also do lead from afar and save air support for a bit later. Resolved Courage and lead from afar. So this is going to be 2 damage at range 3, but it's really going to be 4 damage. And we'll go for the Hound in the middle. Right, let's get Resolved Courage on. Bang! That'll do it. Well, if these guys are just doing, like, retaliate and stuff, that's no good for us. I still think we should do breakthrough. Because we might be able to get this guy killed with the retaliate. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Let's step in and just start grabbing. Grabbing some loot. We're going to need to start the healing process in a bit. Get another use of Relentless back. Frozen Fist. Right. Piercing Pummel will get through most of your shield, or it will get through all of your shield. They're both much the same, and they've got the same retaliate. So let's go for the big one. Unfortunate. I like what you're trying to do there. Unfortunately, it's not really done what we need. I think backing away isn't really going to do much, so... Return to where you were. Maybe I should have come down and looted the other thing, actually. Esport will finish you off. And Meat Grinder, step in, start the looting. We're going to do Draining Arrows. So we're going to move up a little bit. And do a bit of healing with Vile Assault. And over here, it would be good to do Fury of the Mountain. That'll give us a little bit of defense. And we can do Frost Eruption to get a... No, let's say Frost Eruption to attack them both. Let's say one with the mountain. That will generate cold, and then we can use crushing crystals to disarm them next turn. Well, you almost killed yourself there. Esport. Step in, skip the movement, get the healing going. More importantly, the regen. Speaking of gold, I need to start getting Frozen Fists some gold. Although we'll be able to sell materials, so it's not going to be too big of a deal. Draining arrows, you're not quite in range for that. So we'll move up into a better place. A little bit of supporting. Damage being put out, and let's get a bit of supporting shield out as well. Fury of the Mountain. We'll do it on the one with poison. Hey, look, we got disarm on him. That's pretty handy. The extra buff will protect us from the damage coming in. And in addition, we're going to have ward from one with the mountain. So I don't think we'll take any damage no matter how high he rolls. Especially if he rolls with disadvantage and gets a ×0. Go slowly, grab the... Well, I suppose we can have you grabbing the loot, can't we? Yeah. Frozen Fist, you need to move 1, 2, 3 in order to make that happen. I think we should get one with the mountain on sooner rather than later, so that we start getting cards back. It's going to cost us health, but we can get health back a lot easier. Frost Eruption, Crushing Crystals. It'll move us back a teeny bit, and then we can do a long rest. Or maybe forwards a teeny bit. That will cost us Rallying Cry. And it would be good to shoot them further. We can do Chunk of Flesh. Yeah. Shockwave and Chunk of Flesh. Oh, they're going to put some poison out. Give him disadvantage. It doesn't really make a difference for this one. Use the heater shield. Go on. For this one, we'll give him disadvantage. And I'm glad we did. It's still very painful. Okay. Chunk of Flesh. Actually, that needs to be right up close. We can still use it to heal our friend, though. So skip the attack, get the healing out. Bit of a pointless one there. I should have thought it's not a ranged attack, that one. I was thinking of one of the others. We can at least move up to here, though. fact, we could have done it the other way around if I'd seen that there. It matters not. It's going fine. Step in, grab this. Heal both of these up a little. It's going to cost us 2 health, which is nothing. And we got a flame fruit. Right, frost eruption or crushing crystals. I think crushing crystals. Let's hit both of these. Maybe we'll roll a +1, maybe not. But at the very least, we're going to get disarms on them for next turn. And we might as well max out our healing. Set for the charge, regroup. We'll do a long rest. And we're going to go ever so slightly better with Unending Fight. And then probably Crushing Weight. They are really doing all of that shielding, aren't they? We can get up in the middle of it all. Skip the rest of the movement. Let's get a regroup heal over here. It's annoying because they were disarmed, so this is actually the most effective thing they can do. Getting the retaliate out. I mean, we can stun him for next turn, but I think let's put crushing weight on. And we will stay still. Frozen Fist, let's lose Cold Boulder. It's not quite as powerful as I thought. Attack 2, targeting enemies right next to the thing we've created. It's fine. It's because it's an attack rather than direct damage. That's the kicker. Things have got shields, they don't really get as affected by it. Actually, no, let's lose Ice Blast. Oh, no, because that targets everyone adjacent. That's going to be a big hit for when it needs to happen. Yeah, we'll lose Cold Boulder. We're going to do one with the mountain, but I'd like something that we can do on the base. Maybe Fury of the Mountain. Deadly Shot, sustain momentum. We'll probably just punch this guy, get him killed, move up towards the door. We've got to remember to do Scrambler for Charlotte. So the short rest. Ooh, don't lose regroup. Didn't want to lose air support either, but we do have another air-related thing. So if we go set for the charge and lead from afar, we can probably kill one of them. Lead from afar, really like it. The fact that even when we've got our shield on, it's range 3. Very powerful. Let's just move straight on up, actually. Frozen Fist. I want to put one with the mountain on. And grab this. Now, we didn't get a chance to refresh anything there because the card that we had persists for the entire round. That was a very specific, not this time kind of thing. But it's fine. This is going to go on to precision aim. And we will move up almost to the door. Ah, actually, I tell a lie. Can I get back Fury of the Mountain? If I cancel active bonuses. Yeah, I can get it back. Great. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, well, we're going to push forwards. We can use Meat Grinder to move up. We can use Hold the Line to provide some shield. And I like this as a combination because we can go 1, 2, 3, put the shield on both of us, and then the Drifter can move in. Let's do a short rest on the Drifter. And we're going to grab this. So Crushing Crystals, which we intend to get back. And Ice Blast, which we don't for right now. Although Ice Blast does have huge movement. Let's say Piercing Pummel that we don't intend to get back right now. Yeah, this is the one that I thought we were using before the ranged shot. We'll lose it. But I'm not convinced. So, draining arrows, and we don't really need much healing. So, let's just say Deadly Shot to take us in, and we'll see what's in there. So, Banner Spear first of all. Actually, just go up to the door for now.
You press forward down the trail, and there it is. The true oak stands proud and resplendent. But the glorious calm is broken by the hacking sounds of axes into wood as the soldiers work at cutting the tree down. It will take some time for them to bring down this majestic behemoth, but even one axe mark is too much for your tastes.
Let's have a look at what we've got. We have a Sun Demon on that side. He's going to move 2, so as long as we don't get too close, that's fine. And I don't think it's going to be able to get close enough to hit the tree. Sun Demon on this side is going to make it in, certainly. Yeah, let's go to here. And we'll put a little bit of regen on ourselves. And then hold the line. So, Drifter, you are shielded. We can, like, move up to here. And shoot those two. But not these two. If we're going to go that far in, we may as well go all the way in. You're going to move 2, 1, 2, so you will get close enough. But you're only attacking for 3. Yeah, I think we have the Drifter go on this side. Muscle potion. Power potion. Let's hit him as much as we can. It's not bad. With the retaliation, this guy should die. This probably won't, but I'm fine with that for now. Get away from that tree! He has managed to block the Sun Demon though, so I appreciate that. I'm gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna loot the room and then we're gonna move up. Very convenient of it going on to the same space. And we will get back piercing pummel, so we've got something with a little bit of penetration. Now, stepping in here and getting in the way of all this is going to be a little bit painful. But I think it's probably going to be fine. What we can do is we can step in and tank a little bit for this turn. And prep for next turn where we'll get like a rallying cry out. We can't quite manage that actually because we'd need well, maybe if we did a stamina potion. Maybe if we did a stamina potion. Either way, we need to be in the middle of this. So we'll go resolve courage so that we're moving quickly, and rallying cry to get us closer. On this side, we want big hits on this guy. So that's going to be breakthrough to take him down, and we'll do shockwave to help us out. We need to move quickly on the back. That's going to be ice blast to bring us up. So ice blast would move us 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could use frost eruption. To get some damage out. Not against that. Sun Demon's doing some healing with advantage, which doesn't seem right. Because they don't draw an attack thing with that. Well, at the very least, let's get up in there. And we may as well do a bit of damage to the both of them. We'll actually hit you. I don't think we want to push him, so skip the push. Bit of extra shield for us, bit of damage on both of them. And we'll do a stamina potion. To get back resolved courage for next turn. And that's going to let us attack both of them. Or Rallying Cry. We can do a Banner of Strength behind us. That would also work. Yeah. Drifter. Breakthrough. We're going to use one of Crushing Weight on this. Worth it, because now he will die on his turn. And we actually want to stay still. So skip movement, get the shield on. And the Choroka's attack treat any ×2 as if they are ×0s. Okay. Sun Demon dies. Other Sun Demon heals himself and his friend. Frozen Fist, come and do some damage. There's no ice to use for this, but we can go this way and we can stick a poison on him. And I like the fact that it's a melee thing. Because we're really going to be able to utilise those. Let's put ice here because we've got short-footed, we can take advantage of that. And we'll get back. Crushing crystals? Now, this doesn't say it's limited to one card you played from this round. Okay. Yeah. Well, I feel like we should get Frost Eruption back. Because we can hit them both with it. Regroup will do a little bit of healing. Rallying Cry is pretty good. We'll do Vile Assault and Sustain Momentum to move and grab this and get back our bonuses. And we need to move up a teeny bit. Oh, we can use Frost to pierce through the two of them. Yes, we're definitely doing that. So it's going to be Piercing Pummel. And if we move on to Icy Terrain, we'll get a bonus move. So Fury of the Mountain. And then Piercing Pummel, and we'll stab through this way. That's what we're going to do. Stop healing. This is going to be quite satisfying. Stab on through. Don't quite have the bonuses in our attack deck yet, but that felt good. Probably should have used the muscle potion for it, but you live and learn. We can also move forward to get disarm on the Sun Demon for next turn. So let's hit that rallying cry. Extra disarmed. What are you going to do? You're going to try and move away and you're going to shoot. So we're not really worried about that. Step, grab the loot. A little bit of healing. And get back a use of Relentless. There's another flame fruit. I feel so sad for you. Not really. We need to cancel active round bonuses in order to get a card back. Let's cancel those. And which of these do we want for next turn? We're not generating... I think it's going to have to be Piercing Pummel to get through the shield. Can I do more than one? No, I can't. Short rest. Keep with the Scrambler. Unending Fight, Chunk of Flesh. Over here, we're going to do Encase Punch and Piercing Pummel. I just keep reiterating how much we really want to pierce it. We might jump down here and pierce this guy, depending on what these roll. Lead from afar, I think we can afford to get rid of that now. I do want to do the healing though. Meat Grinder would do quite nice in terms of the damage there if we go fast enough. Yeah, let's do that. Hold the line, Meat Grinder. We'll try and just cut this one out completely. Then you'll hop over and stab on in. It feels strange using Meat Grinder at this point, but different characters give you very different options for who's going to move where and do what. And if we step across to here, we'll be able to maybe disarm this guy in the following turn as well. Yeah, prevent that, please. A little bit of damage, but not too bad. Frozen Fist, you can step in, get some loot. It's a little spot of damage out. Definitely need to get you some healing though. We'll do Chunk of Flesh now. And we'll put that onto Relentless. And we'll grab that little bit of loot up here. That's the whole reason why we came this direction. Let's cancel the active bonuses and we'll get back Piercing Pummel. Interesting that the damage that we take doesn't negate regenerate. We'll go for set for the charge and at all costs get some healing out because that's necessary at this point. We can do a short rest over this side. Piercing Pummel, Frost Eruption. Yeah, let's lose Unending Fight. I'm not going to be able to move 5, but we can... get some poison on him with Deadly Shot, maybe. Or we move through and start dealing with the next section, which is probably equally worthwhile. If we use Breakthrough, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd be able to get quite far in and maybe get a use of something back. Not against it. Banner Spear. At all costs, only one person to heal. And we may as well open this door and see what's in there before we start maneuvering.
Striving to defend the oak from the villains, you round it and find more soldiers on the north face of the trunk, including their leader, clad in radiant gold armor.
Doesn't he look fancy?
I am the flaming sword of justice.
He bellows, brandishing a huge sword that is indeed on fire. His eyes are filled with wild fervor.
This heresy will not stand. There is but one oak, that which bathed man in its glory when we emerged from the darkness. To claim otherwise
He's rar indeed.
This man has clearly worked himself into some sort of religious fervor and can't be reasoned with.
Well, we can move up to block this. You're going to move 1, which is nothing. You're going to move 2. You're going to move 2. 1, 2. There is a chest over the back that we're going to want. But for now, we can at least get up here and in the way. You'll be fine taking this guy on. Brazen Fist. Right. Piercing Pummel. Then again, I might have spoken too soon. I should have used the muscle potion. Heal yourself up. You've got a little bit of retaliate, which will help. Drifter. You're not going to get next to the 2 things, but he's going to move to... If we get to here, you could do some shooting. Just about going to do something worthwhile. At the very least, we're going to be muddling. And we'll get an additional use of Relentless, I think. Give him disadvantage. Still did a bit of damage, though. The Flaming Sword of Justice's turn. We could get back a card, but there's no benefit because we're going to need to do a short rest anyway. The benefit, actually, would be to make sure that we don't lose it. And given how useful Piercing Pummel is, let's get it back to ensure we don't lose it. Still going to need to do like a short rest, but it's part of a larger plan now. So, on our banner spear, we could get a banner out behind us. I wonder, does this count as an ally? Or does it count as like an obstacle? I'm curious. We're going to go Resolved Courage and Rallying Cry. And we'll find out. I think we need to step into the middle of all the trouble up here and do some big hits. Probably Vile Assault on this guy. So Shockwave and Vile Assault. Let's get up in there. Short rest. Losing Case Punch. So we're going to go with Piercing Pummel. And Crushing Crystals. No, we'll save Crushing Crystals. Piercing Pummel and Ice. Ice Blast is such a big hit. Fury of the Mountain and Piercing Pummel will either kill him with the Retaliation or with the Pierce. So Banner Spear. We can have the tree as a friend. So we can stand with our back to the tree. Interesting. We're not going to right this moment. But it means we could do it that way as well. Ooh. Oh, there's some options there. Especially with the Immobilize. I might have to put the Banner of Strength down to kind of act as a bit of a blocker. It's also close enough down here that it's going to provide some benefit. And we'll go like this. Don't think we're going to suffer the Retaliate, because it's from our friend. Yeah, good. Just making sure, you know. We'll get a bit of Retaliate on ourselves. Drifter. You're going to be just maybe out of range, I don't know. But you're getting a bit of shield at the very least. And we're going to stun this guy, because he's not immune to stun. Stun him and poison him. And then we're going to stick a wound on him as well for good measure. He'll die before he actually gets to take any action. This thing is potentially going to hit us for a small amount. This is going to hit us for a small amount. We're going to move first. We don't need the Stone Skin Potion. Frozen Fist, best of luck. That Banner of Strength, I think, was enough to pull it through. So we'll grab this turn. No, that's way too far to move. And then we'll step up and try and do a big hit on a load of stuff. That's convenient. banner did exactly what it needed to. We're going to be rapidly running out of retaliation. Cancel the active bonuses. If we get back Piercing Pummel, we can jump 3 with it. 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3, and get a big hit with advantage and maybe do some healing. We've already lost Encased Punch, so if we're going to get close to be able to do Ice Blast, this might be our best option. Short rest. Got to keep at it. You're dead. We can chunk of flesh. Deadly shot, chunk of flesh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start moving around. While the Flaming Sword of Justice is alive, a hound will spawn every second round. So this guy dying will finish this hound off. One, two, three. Actually, can you move out the way first? Yes, you can. So we'll be able to step in, get the attack, and then get the double attack with Piercing Pummel and Ice Blast. Which is going to be burning 2 cards in a turn, but it's going to be a big showy event. Yeah, we can lose set for the charge. If we're going quick, we can do Resolved Courage and then move away with Meat Grinder, or move round here and get Meat Grinder doing its thing. Either way, it gives us some options. Resolved Courage locks them in place. If I didn't do that, I could move to here and hit the hound a little bit. Not really that useful. I could move to here, hit this guy. Not really that useful. I think hitting the 2 of them is the best. And we can even get in the way of the hound. How many retaliates have you got? You've got 2 retaliates, so the hound will take 1 of them. Which is kind of beneficial. Let's get the loot. Right, our big friend. Jump across. Get a big hit with advantage. Heal yourself up. And we could finish him off with Ice Blast. Yeah. Bang. Big XP, burned 2 cards. Drifter. We want to go for the treasure chest, of course. Let's come round. This is the obvious choice. Because the retaliate past the shield is going to be worth more to us. And we get back another use of Relentless by killing him. Or by swinging with Chunk of Flesh, anyway. Yeah, look at you healing up afterwards. Right. We can't pick up any of our discarded cards. So Frozen Fist, you're going to do just these. You can still do some looting stuff, but there's really not going to be much in it. We could maybe do a Frost Eruption in one direction and then use that to accelerate. Oh, we could use Crushing Crystals actually to move up and then use Frost Eruption to hit this guy. I think that will work better. Short rest on the Drifter. Oh, we can actually use Regroup to move you up. Or you can grab that loot. Ah, choices. Choices, choices. Let's say hold the line and regroup, and we'll move in and we'll do some stabbing. We'll do Breakthrough to get a big bit of bleeding going on him. And we can back off with Draining Arrows. That's what we'll do. So Banner Spear, we're going to get... you to move up to here. So at least you're looting a bit more. Next turn you'll be able to step round to there. This is unfortunately being wasted this turn, but that's fine. We could have put some shield on with him just healing. There's no need for it. So, Breakthrough, we'll use Relentless to get the wound on him. Oh, it's a big hit. Look at that. 7 damage. Go grab the chest. The Oak Staff Blueprint. Well, I don't know which of these I want to do. Probably disarming him for the future. And we'll do the extra healing because it's extra XP, but we don't actually need healing. Must remember to use the muscle potion. Hey, we've got some money. Right, we will get back. Probably Crushing Crystals. Oh, it's a level 2 one. No, let's get back Frost Eruption. Take a bit less damage. It makes little difference at this this end point, but it's worth considering. We need to do a short rest. So we've actually got something that we can work with. We could do a long rest, but really we want to be acting this turn. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can come down with Shockwave, and we could do Chunk of Flesh to take a swing as well. And we'll do a short rest down here so we can grab that last bit of loot. I'm sure we can use that. Banner Spear. Grab the loot. Hold the line. For what it's worth, protect that tree. Drifter. Step on in. Have a wallop. It's unfortunate. But he's not going to heal up this turn, so at the very least he will die next turn. He'll die this turn. Just we won't get to loot him. And once again, I forgot to use the muscle potion because I got so carried away with things. Well, at least we got some more lumber. This thing dies, and Blue Blood's first mission out is successful. Let's cancel the active bonuses. Let's get back Fury of the Mountain. And there's our victory. That was quite a lot of XP that we got on that mission for just one person. 19. We managed to scramble it, we managed to torment it. We didn't manage to recluse because we stood next to people. But we did pick up 21 gold across the course of that. I wonder if we sell or buy, sorry, if we buy stuff, is that going to lower this? Maybe.
Around you, the zealots lie dead, their blood soaking the ground of the glade, returning to the cycle of life. Peace and quiet returns. Birds chirrup and sing, and deer emerge from the forest to feed from the lush grass. Within this calm, you are able to sit in the splendor of the true oak, soaking in the sun and cool air,
Not
taking
soaking
the
in the
time
blood.
to contemplate and rest. But then your thoughts turn to who else will come in time to destroy the true oak. You set off back to Frosthaven and Lasteritas, where you are met with a warm embrace.
The oak, is it safe?
You
Yes.
nod, and the botanist lets out a long sigh.
Oh, I'm so glad it stands, and proud to say we have found it. But that will not be the last of the Radiant Order if we spread the word of its existence, and I don't particularly want to get roughed up again. I think the true oak must remain a myth while these zealots remain.
Mm-hmm.
You nod again in agreement.
Then it is settled. How about some tea?
Sure. We gained a prosperity for that. True Oak is complete. Does that mean Charlotte's ready to retire? Maybe. The Enhancer has been built. The Enhancer projects an aura of mystery into Frosthaven's streets. Tent of indigo-hued canvas on the outside and embroidered silk tapestries on the inside. The Enhancer will use gold to provide enhancements to your abilities. In the smoky enclosure, you encounter Voice of 8, a unified being composed of 8 different ethers, who come and go depending on their needs and whims. Specifically, you see Nera studiously in the midst of preparing spell components for customers. Nera's dark eyes sparkle with pleasure at your entrance. She seems to be settling into Frosthaven comfortably, though she and the others certainly one of the outpost's more unusual residents. If you're ever in need of a little strangeness, she says, as if reading your mind, semi-transparent teeth glinting in a smile, you know where to find me. We've got a couple of new events from that.
It's a rare sunny afternoon in Frosthaven, and you find yourself spending it down at the docks. Supposedly you're replenishing food supplies through organized ice fishing for the good of the town. But most of those present are here for the company and laughter as you swap stories. It's been more than an hour since anyone pulled something from the water, but no one seems to mind. You're chatting with a neighbor when you hear grunting further down the platform. Someone must have something massive on the line. Between the thrashing eddies in the water, you can just spot a claw. That's no fish. It's a lurker.
Oh, let's help pull.
You grab hold of the line and dig your heels into the ice. With a tremendous heave, you pull the startled lurker onto land.
Frosthaven's defenses will be improved for the next attack. Okay. Well, we've got 5 buildings that are being attacked. Hunting Lodge, let's defend without using soldiers. I think we can probably get away without using soldiers for most of them. That's a success. We must have got a -10 on that. Craftsman, success. Good. That's not been done twice. I will defend the enhancer because I want to actually see what it comes out as. The workshop will defend without a soldier. The barracks is the last one. Yeah, defend without.
After several minutes of complete chaos, you and the town guard manage to drive the lurker and its friends back into the water. If fishing is this dangerous, there really isn't a safe hobby in Frosthaven.
Well, 2 additional hide. That'll go to our newest party member. And by the looks of it, because we've got 21 gold, because we've done various missions and stuff, I assume that this is going to get affected by the enhancer. Now, visiting the enhancer, there are specific things that we can put on, and they are quite expensive. It's only cards that have this little indicator on them that can be modified. So we've got a modifier that we can do down on the lower part of the card, not one we can do on the upper part. For this one, we can do a modifier down on the lower part. On the lower part. This one, on this one, nothing on this one. Don't think. Oh no, we can. There's jump. And plus to range on that. They might all have a little something available to them. Yeah. Bottom move, bottom attack. Some of them have got multiples. And bottom heal. Yeah, that little plus symbol next to it. I see. So we're gonna have considerations, but let's very quickly go in and have a look at Charlotte. Charlotte can indeed retire. It is time. We will get Charlotte to buy as many materials as possible. So over in the logging camp, buy them up. In the mining camp, buy them up. At the hunting lodge, buy them up. Well done, Charlotte. You've taken us through a lot. Ooh, although before we do that, we're going to want a new character. And on that, maybe it's time we try the Harrower, Geminate. 2 distinct personalities. Select name. Let's Splitsonian. We'll call you that. It seems simple enough. Your personal quest will be purchase 5 enhancements. That could happen quite naturally. Complete 5 different quests that require boat, climbing gear, or sled. That feels like it would come relatively quickly as well. Let's go prepared for the worst, because that's going to encourage us to lean into enhancements for Splitsonian. And for the starting equipment, I think we're going to need to have a very quick look at the cards. Just to see what kind of stuff we've got. So we are a little bit ranged. We're a little bit melee. So disabling, healing, ranged attack, but only at range. Ranged attack, but only at range with a bit of pulling. Swapping elements around. We're very ranged. Okay, I see. Incredibly ranged. Or there's the other personality for things like flaming tendrils. Oh, I see. So some of them have got that symbol on the bottom, that like little black transform, and I assume that moves us across to these ones. And then these will have another transform symbol, which switches the personality. Alright, well I'll need to do some full-on reading, but that means we've got half melee and half ranged. I see. It's going to be very interesting. So in terms of what we actually want, we're not really going to be doing any summons. We could get leather armor. That's a safe option. Poison dagger and heater shield is also relatively safe. Weighted net is not going to be worth it. Winged shoes could be very handy. Let's go with winged shoes. We've still got 35 left. We could get poison dagger and heater shield. Or circlet of elements. If I go, can I undo those? Yes. Circlet of elements. That allows us to... Oh, it allows us to transform stuff. But we don't need to use it. So it's not a terrible plan, but it's not amazing either. I think I'll stick with the original plan. We'll go for the poison dagger and the heater shield. That leaves just 5 gold left over. Charlotte, you are going to retire. Announce the retirement. And this is going to give a new Town Guard modifier. There is not enough inspiration available for us to do another quest, so we'll skip that. And all the items are going to be given to our new Geminate. Now, between this episode and the next, I'll go through all of Geminate's cards, figure out exactly how the character is supposed to work. But that is our second retirement all done. Geminate has joined the party, and we'll start off next time by doing a level up. But that is going to be next time now. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Frosthaven. See you soon.